me because I didn't do
Yes, it was you, bro. Always.
it.
Internet slow, then it's fault, man. Let me know when you guys see it.
Nice.
It's up.
It's up. Awesome, awesome, guys. Just give me a second here, real quick. Of course, on my end, it's not gonna upload. There you go. Welcome, guys, to another Monday here in Operation 11 Charlie. We're trying to get finished set up here. I see some guys already in the chat. They're on No RC, Ierc. Welcome in, brother. Gen X RC, James, and Chunky RC Customs. Welcome, brother. Thank you for stopping by. We just here hanging out with Cody Diixieland. Welcome, Cody. How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? I'm here.
We're gonna be hanging out with Cody, and also we were talking about this about this past weekend. We had an awesome time at the Crawlers and Coffee. Some of our guys there were Crawlers and Coffee. Also, we had the Christmas parade down in Sanford, Florida. We were invited. Uh, we had an amazing time out there. So thank you so much for the awesome time. We'll be showing some pictures that our guys sent us on that. And that's it, man. Dennis, how was your weekend, brother? How you doing, man?
Good. Good. Met up with Joe and Josh yesterday for a Christmas comp at their local hobby shop.
Nice.
Well, not too local, but one down by them. Did the Christmas comp and had a good time.
Sweet,
You
sweet.
know, I also, you can see behind me, I redid my room
I see
between
that,
last
bro.
weekend and this weekend.
I see a bunch of lights now on the it looks nice, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Had to change it up. Finally got it done.
It looks very good, man. It looks very good. Those lights on the back, it looks awesome, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sweet, sweet. I see. I like your shirt, bro. I like your shirt. I like your t-shirt, man.
Yeah. This is wrong. Wrong
Oh,
side of the water.
so you need this one? You need this one. This is the one you need.
No.
Yeah, Florida one's where it's at.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. This is Robert's design, man, with the our state flag for the veteran
Oh.
tag. So it's awesome.
I mean, I don't know what kind of design you're going to put on for us, but
We'll see. We'll see.
I think
Awesome,
ours will
awesome.
be sponsored by Grandpa Gus's mouse repellents.
I like it.
Insure.
kind of like
Sponsored
this.
by
Insure.
is sponsored by Insure. Joe, welcome in, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Happy Monday, I guess.
Yes, brother. We're almost there. We're almost there. This year, man, went too quick for us. Crazy, crazy
Yeah,
quick, man.
I think for everybody.
Yeah. I see there EA Supreme, Joseph, welcome in, brother. Redneck RC, Tony, welcome in, man. Thank you for stopping by. Jeremy Burris, welcome. Casey, welcome in. We miss anybody. Thank you, Sean. Welcome in, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. Man, Josh, how was your weekend, brother?
Good. Same thing as Dennis. We went down to that comp and had a great time. Got to see the old man, make fun of him, and Joe and Jericho and all the guys from down there at the hobby shop we go to.
Did we got any of the podiums or what?
Yeah. Jericho won.
Oh, Jericho? Awesome,
Yep.
man.
Joe got second. I ended
Keith
up
got
fourth
yeah.
because Keith bumped me out. I was judging him and helped him with a line to take. But it worked out for Jericho because that line that he took, Jericho was able to take later.
Just not so gracefully.
No,
Same
not at
number of
all.
points, grace or not.
Cindy, welcome in. Mitchell, welcome in. Pablo, welcome in, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us here. Real quick. Rob, how was your weekend, man?
Oof, long, long weekend out. What did I do Friday? My weekends start early. Had some vacation time left over, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So I took off every Friday until the end of the year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Friday, I can't remember what I did Friday, but Saturday, the parade, great people, great food, great
Yeah, man.
time. It's, you know, um, my son Leo, super proud of him. He
Yes,
joined us on
man.
the parade, and he really sticks to himself, and
Yes,
he
yes.
just got this punch of energy
I
and
love it.
confidence, and he was just marching in that parade like he was the leader. He was running it, and I'm super proud of him for that.
Awesome.
And
I, I I love it, man. He feels more comfortable with us every
yes,
time,
very
I
much
love it.
so.
I love it. That's
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, and then yesterday, um, worked on the garage, the 1-1 garage. We had some
Mm-hmm.
guys come out, install some new ceiling racks. Needed it for storage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The garage is more organized and things are moving along, with the new house and everything. So we're
That's awesome.
getting more and more excited as time goes on, making it our own.
Yes. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Very happy for you right there. Let me show this real quick. Some
Usually
pictures
you
of
got like a embarrassing picture of me or something.
no, bro.
Hope
It's
so.
so that's a backstage. This is some of the pics here from the. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
So this is some of that we were waiting there, getting ready for the parade.
There's
Amazing
my
time, man.
son back there on his
Yeah,
sandwich that he stole from the back of the truck.
Leo. Just one? He we ate. They were good, bro. They were good. They were good. I
Cody
love it,
knows.
man. And we had an amazing time there. Thank you to James, one of our banners, make this possible, and then to the Sanford City also making this possible. You're here waiting, almost ready for there. Um, Definitely next year we're doing this. Now we know what to expect and get ready for it. It was awesome, man. Awesome time that we had here with the guys here. Um, there's some of the area. I know there's a video there, out there, and the Sanford, Florida, website they have on that website on their YouTube. So it was awesome to see that from them. So we had an amazing time, man. What do you think, Robert, on this one, man?
It was
Something
great.
different,
Yeah, it
right?
was awesome.
The guys did amazing. Everything. The people towards O11C, the comments, all that stuff, everybody walking and as we passing by, it was awesome, man. We had an amazing time. Let me see how I could do this. Maybe not. I'm probably gonna have to kill the sound on this one. But I know there's a video about that out there. So the marching part of it. Uh, it was so awesome, man. So awesome. Let me see here. How can I see this? I know Nate is here.
Oh, his
He's
mic's turned off.
hiding. Yeah, he's hiding. He's hiding. Uh, so I thought I had some clips. Let me see. I could see some of the clips there because it was awesome, man. While we had that. Hey, Nate, welcome in, brother.
I'm having a battle with my tripod. Uh,
Why you
hey,
hiding,
everybody.
bro?
Oh, man. It's like amateur hour over here.
That's what's up, man. So again, we had an amazing time with our guys. It was so awesome. Also, let me see. Probably I'll find that as we keep going. I'll find out the clip on that to show it to you guys. But also, some of our guys that were present. Adam, welcome in, brother. Adam's playing ground in the house. TT4C
Hey,
Rough
Adam.
Gunning.
Hey,
Yeah,
Rob.
Stace. Stacy at the RC Junkyard. Welcome, Stacy. Good to see you.
Welcome.
What up, Stacy?
Yes, yes, yes. So, let me show some of also the pictures. Crawlers and Coffee, our guys. Some of our guys who were out there, at that event there. It was awesome there as well. Our guys always having fun there. Let me see here.
That's
I
what I got
guess.
to do a crawlers and coffee. I think that would be great to do that here. I think
Yes, they're
Yeah.
awesome, man. They're awesome. That was a great idea. Papa's welcoming. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, Nicholas won something. I'm assuming Nicholas won something. I know Joseph in the chat. Joseph, if you want to join us, I don't know you're working on that. Whenever you get a chance, so we could talk about this.
Dude, he wants something everybody wants.
Right? This is Joseph and his lovely family, wives, and Nicholas and his daughter. They was there at the I'm No Man Left Behind. Look, I'm already No Man Left Behind. Crawlers and Coffee event, man. That was awesome. The guys having fun out there, man. Awesome stuff there. So it was an amazing event out there, man. That was so cool. So cool for the guys to have fun out there. Awesome job, Joseph and the family. And I think that's it. Anything else that we forgot to mention, Robert, about the weekend? Oh, thank you to Zero's Pizza, right?
Yes.
Your cousin, man, always taking care of us, bro. That's gonna be a thing now every time we go.
Yes. It's the thing. Anytime I'm near the area, whether if I'm within 45 minutes, I'm going. Like I don't even care. But
Man,
yeah.
yeah.
He loves
Thank-
it when we come. I mean, everybody that's there, all the waiters, waitresses, the other
Yeah.
cooks in the back, they really enjoy the time that we put in there. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yes. Thank you, Robert, and for your family, man, to welcome us out there, man. Our guys love it, and more time to interact with the families and whatnot. So I love it. Building memories, man.
Very much.
That's what's all it's all about, man. So I think that's it about the weekend. I want to see if I can find the clip later on of the parade. So we'll see. I could do that. Everybody, Nathan, did you talk, Nate? I think you did. How was your weekend, sir?
Busy. Very busy. Of course, we were just running around Christmas time, doing family activities and chasing the boys' wrestling schedule around. And yeah, it's busy, but it's a good busy.
Bro, that boy, my goodness, has grown so quickly, Nate.
He has, and I look at all his, I see him, I see all his friends, and I'm like, man, where has time gone?
Yeah.
I was looking at a picture, and seeing the difference. Of course, 10 years has made, and it's like, my goodness, it's all just been a flash. And of course, he was playing flag football at the time, and then he was playing tackle football, and it's like, man, the time just flies by so fast. And
I'm
it just
telling you, man.
try to absorb every second of it, and yeah, it keeps us on our toes. It keeps us young, I guess you could say, to some extent.
Sure.
Right, Cody?
When you got all teenagers,
That's good.
I like the spectrum I have. I got everything from teens to twos.
one of them in college, mind you,
Oh my!
and then the other one skipping a grade, so should be going to college even earlier.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
my!
Oh boy, listen,
They're growing up so quick, man.
it's crazy, crazy.
So
My oldest will be 20 in July. 20.
Geez,
My oldest
wow.
will be 26 here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
That's crazy.
My oldest is going to be 36.
Well, it's different to compare with you, sir. Okay, it's hard to compare
Yeah,
with
it's
you,
different when
sir.
you're 101. I mean, come on.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Well, even Robert's getting in on it.
I was gonna say old, but not that old. 101. Yeah, you look good for 101, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, for 101, I'm gonna remember that come May when I see you.
You better write it down and label the string that you're going to tie on your fingers. That way you know what that note was for.
Dang, are we already talking about May? That's great. I'm in. I love it.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Jeez Louise. So far away, yet it'll be here before we know it.
Jeez, bro. Let me see this. Let me make sure I'm muted here. Can you guys see this? There's some of the clip there they Sanford City did on their channel there. So yeah, doesn't look right, but there's some of the stuff out there. Man, it was crowded. Man, my goodness, this video is chopped right here. But yeah, the guys did amazing there, man. And like the people talking and about their organization and whatnot, it was awesome, man. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to remember next year to be in my parade.
Yes, you have to, Cody.
I told myself
Yep.
last year I was going to do it and forgot all about it, and then it came and gone. So I missed out again.
So it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Something different on my end, right? Some of our
Yeah.
guys have been at the parades before, but it was awesome, man. It was something different, and we had an amazing time out there. Yes, sir. So, Cody, what we got going on, man? It's been a minute, bro. How it's been? It's been a year already. You've been in the shop, or how?
Yeah, I've been here since October of last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so a year and a couple of months. So far, since the last time I talked to you guys, I've now have Horizon Hobby as a vendor or as a distributor, which
Yep.
is pretty huge and for me anyway. We now have a concrete oval to race 1RC, a concrete oval to race low C NASCARs, and pretty much any smaller scale truck or car or whatever. The crawler course is getting more stuff done to it. I'm getting a bunch of stuff delivered here and there, wood
Nice.
and rock and stone and concrete and just everything to be built. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos of the store. You can see on the outside, on the side of the building, there's stuff that I brought a bunch of rock from home and built a couple of lines. Nothing crazy. It's pretty tough, but it's still fun. But also, I got permission from the landlord, the backside of the building, from end to end. I can do whatever I want as long as it's not permanent.
Okay.
So I've got lots of plans. There's some tree lines back there that I cleaned all that stuff out and going to build
Nice.
a little trail ride. Nothing crazy, but it'll be a little fun little spot that if you don't want to go on the rocks, you can go, do that kind of thing. I'm going to put little trees and some little buildings and some little facades and things like that. I got little ideas. The biggest problem I have is time. I don't have a whole lot of it still working a full-time job and doing this as well. But that's pretty much it. I mean, the sheer amount of stuff I've got now versus what I had this time last year is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. But if you got to see me at Beat the Creek, that setup's no longer used anymore. I've went even bigger. So now it's my event setup now is a 40 by 20 setup with 8 10 by 10 tents.
That's crazy.
I think I've got 26 tables, and it's just crazy. And there's still not enough room really for everything. Like I could do more.
Bigger trailer, bigger truck, right?
Well, I got a bigger truck. I did get a bigger trailer what was the year before last, I think now.
Yeah.
Probably use a bigger trailer. It's a 7x16. I really don't want to go any bigger than that, because if I do, then that means I'm going to fill it, and then I'm going to have more. I don't need more.
Yeah.
What I've got is enough, and it's already too much as it is. So, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Just still working 2 jobs and just doing this on the side, technically, when it's technically another full-time job on top of my full-time job. So
yeah.
Trying to make sure everybody's happy online and in the store, and the amount of foot traffic I get in this place being open 11 hours a week is kind of mind-boggling. The sheer amount of people that come here from all over surrounding counties, they're driving from everywhere. I got one guy that drives at least an hour, and he'll come sit here all day on a Saturday. He'll be here when I open the door, and he'll leave when I leave. He just sits here and hangs out. The mini course that I have a mini course inside as well for mini crawlers, which is
nice.
I got lucky that I got a friend of mine I went to school with. He has bought some crawlers for me years ago when I was at the other place, and he had found a guy in Florida that built this course, and he went down there and bought it from him, and then he's had it at his house, and they didn't really play with it anymore. So he called me up and said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Well, yeah, I want it, of course." So he lugged it over here one day. We put it in here, and I've built onto it. And I got another guy in town. One of my oldest buddies that I still actually hang out with is building me some crazy things to go off the side of it, and we're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff. So
That's sweet, man.
It's cool. The inside course is free for anybody to come play on at any time. If I'm here, you can bring your truck in and play on it. So because there ain't no reason to charge anybody to come play on something like that. So sorry, my analogy.
No problem. Hey, Cody, I think Robert is unveiling some new tires. No.
Is
this a sneak peek?
I know what he's doing. He's building some Reef tires. He's muted too. We can't even hear him.
That's why, because he don't want to say it. He don't want to say it.
He forgot the cameras on.
No, I did just throw a new tire that's coming out on there. So in case you guys ever want to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Replay screenshot
for 2 new tires.
And no, I won't be showing off any new Reeves tires. Trying to get me fired on my first day.
Cody, if anybody's listening and want to go visit the shop, what are the hours you guys have?
So right now it's Monday through Thursday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. I know that's crazy, but I work 7:30 to 6 every day at the day job, so I can only be here for a little bit of time. I got to get some sleep sometime and hang out with the family, so I got to do that. Saturdays is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., which is the good day to come because I'm here all day. During the month of December on Sundays, I'm here 1 to 4 because of Christmas, but generally I won't do that. Whenever I go full time, I'll be closed on Sundays. So, and notice I said whenever. I don't know when that's going to be, but it'll happen one day. So,
amen to that, bro.
Are you going to No Man?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
As yourself or just to?
I'm coming to sell, but I was telling Javier earlier, I don't know what I want to do, if I want to bring everything or figure out some way to do some sort of minimized setup. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, the way that you have everything done, it's more like all or nothing.
Yeah,
it's almost like I don't, like I was telling you, I don't know, like if I don't know how to do that. I've done it
to make it easy for yourself, because I know that, like, say you go out there, one or two people are going to ask for something, and you're going to be like, nah, it's not my shop. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to be so mad at yourself for not bringing it.
No, I know. And that happens. I mean, that happens anyway, but it's still, I don't want to say anything bad about the event, but I don't think there's going to be a ton of people there. So I hope there's a ton of people there, and I hope more people show up because it's a great place. Joe's place is freaking awesome. So
amazing location.
I think the timing at Christmas, and I know Sean's gonna be mad I'm saying this, but it's the weekend after Christmas. It's tough. It's a tough time.
It is a tough time. Last year was New Year's Day.
Oh, that's right. I was at home sick with the flu.
Yep.
I was in the bed.
Yes, I remember that. Let me see here. Robert, welcome in. 907 Arctic, welcome in, Rob. Good to see you, brother. If we miss anybody that came in, thank you so much for stopping by. And the good thing about that location, man, you can crawl there. You can now. He has that, always had that the dirt track, right? And now he has that huge concrete pad as well.
Yeah.
for
So I'm assuming we could probably bring our own road cars and do some oval stuff. You know,
that's what's up, man.
that'd be kind of cool.
Nice location there. We always have an awesome event.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll be the first time I've ever gone to his place.
yeah.
It'll be this time.
So yeah, let me show here.
I'll be there. What on third? I'll be there Friday morning.
Friday, okay.
Yeah, Friday morning to set up because it'll take me a while to set up. I'm sure. So, but yeah.
So this is right here, guys. So it's December 28th and 29th. This is what we're talking about right now. No Man Left Behind. They're at the Exoplex. So Cody will be there. We'll be there. I know some other people will be there present as well, guys. So No Man Left Behind, December 28th and 29, guys. So let me post this here in the chat. I know some of our guys will be there. Some of our guys from Ohio are coming this way too. Just only one. They said, no, I don't want to see them. So let me stop this here. Right? He's here. I thought he was gonna come and show up the shirt, bro. Bro, no, he doesn't.
Really?
His feelings are hurt if he wants to be there.
I know he wants. I know. Hopefully one of these days, man. We're gonna have to wait to see him next year.
Gotta wait till May.
So start marinating that meat for the walking tacos, bro. Kurt Sarcy, welcome in, brother. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. So that's what's going on, man. No Man Left Behind, December 28th and 29th at the Exoplex, guys. You guys want to come in and join us. Then let me see here. Also something that we forgot to mention. I know it's pinned to the top, right before we keep going, guys. Huge shout out to Cow RC for doing this right here for us. So I know Josh and oh my God, Dennis know more about this one. So so this is what we got going on until next year, guys. So feel free to come and join us and support the organization on this. Huge shout out to Cow RC on this. You got yours, Dennis?
No, as a matter of fact, I was supposed to get it tonight, but unfortunately, my wife is.
You're not allowed. You're in timeout.
No, she is not feeling well right now.
Oh, prayers for her, brother. Prayers for that, man.
You thought maybe you got in trouble because you spent all that extra money to make your room look nice.
Yes.
No, this was her.
Oh, she did it all, and you was taking credit for it.
No, I did all the work. She went the extra mile and said, "Why don't you do this and why don't you do that?" So
Yes.
she delegated while I did all the work.
And you say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Right?
No, I looked
That's
at her. I'm like, really? Really?
But it looks good, bro. I just
Yeah, it does.
so thumbs up for that. It looks good, man. So
To be honest, I'm not done. Believe it or not, I am not done.
We're never.
Instead of me organizing my room, I just bought Robert's Origin. It was probably the same money.
Ross, welcome in, brother. Juan Lacos. Angie, welcome in, Angie. Psycho 13 Garage, welcome in, brother. Good to have you here, man. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. So these guys, man, that is so awesome, man. Let me see here, Cody. Let's anything changed on the website? I posted there on the chat. Let me show here this website real quick. Share. So here's the website. Anything changed on the website here for you, Cody, that you want to tell the guys, or everything's still the same?
There's a new section called Toys, Games, Science, and Puzzles. It's a bunch of toy stuff that's not RC related. That I made a big chance. Yeah, I bought a bunch of toys and stuff for Christmas. It's pretty cool. There's some, like you can grow, crystals and the gold dig stuff. It's pretty cool.
You got some rocket stuff and
I got rockets, yeah, and puzzles and like build like you can build like a wood house or a wood like flower, stuff like that. Just little knick-knacky things. Like scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see that Christmas tree thing right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so it's got a train at the bottom that moves, and
What?
then the Santa goes in circles and it plays music. It's pretty cool.
That
I
looks good.
took a little chance to get all this stuff for Christmas because I thought, maybe people would want this kind of stuff. I've sold some stuff, not a whole bunch. But
That is cool. I think I'm getting one of these for Kayla. And she loves all this Christmas stuff. That is so cool, bro.
it's neat. It's neat. Yeah, I took.
Construction equipment. No, this is the tiny ones. I thought it was Sean was gonna go crazy.
Those are the tiny ones. Yeah.
he still might go crazy. Yeah.
Right? Oh, hey, this is the price. This is what he shows right here. $6.99, people. This is so you will know. We were trying to show people this is what it is.
Yeah, they're like. Let me grab one. I'll show you. 'Cause I got
Yeah, honestly.
I like the mail truck. Bring that back up.
Yeah,
Oh,
mail
well,
truck
hold
was
on.
pretty cool.
one of those metal things. So this is one of the
Okay.
micros. I mean, it's a little small die cast type truck.
Nice.
I was gonna say your
Yeah.
picture's a little deceiving.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Isn't that how we do it?
I just it's like ordering a bulldozer on Wish.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Yeah. They're definitely small, but I mean, it's for somebody that collects cat stuff. I
Yeah.
think it's perfect for that.
So that
The,
that's gonna be our Christmas present for Sean. We just sent a screenshot of the picture real quick. Hey, Sean, you're getting some construction coming, construction equipment coming your way, bro.
that's like the opposite of, I don't know if you guys remember, Bennett ordered a whole bunch of those. I think they were like Lowe's buckets. And then the picture of them, they look pretty scale. He got them and they were like huge.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of those 3D metal. The metals you got to bend and turn it.
Oh,
into
really?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. I did that once and I cut myself like 5 times and I was done with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing that I got's got to be the if not the Christmas tree thing, but I also have one that I think you guys would like. So if you're into building little scale garages and stuff, they have a miniature house that's a garage workshop.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's got like a little toolbox in it. It's got
Oh,
like
nice.
refrigerator. I think it has like LED lights too that light up, but it has like a workbench, a toolbox, but it's all little scale stuff. So if you're like building a garage, you could use that as a, for like pieces in your garage and whatnot.
I like that. I like that.
Cody's now a Hobby Lobby. Let's do it.
I look. You need to have everything. That's how local hobby
Yep.
shop had all that
Yep.
stuff as well.
Yep.
Dollhouses
remember
are on the way.
Yeah.
My first year going into that stuff, I had a bunch of yo-yos. I bought yo-yos, and
Mm-hmm.
they sell really well. Yo-yos do really good. So
I like
Then
I'm still looking for like a metal yo-yo.
Dennis
yeah.
Dennis invented those, right? Yo-yos back in the day, Dennis.
My yo-yo was a rock and a string.
I love it, bro.
It's funny.
Did you guys know that yo-yos used to be weapons? That's what they were for.
What?
Yeah, before
Yeah.
they became a toy, they were used as a
Before.
weapon.
That makes sense because it would
Yep.
go out and then come back. That
Yep.
makes sense.
So it was
That's
invented
why I'm
by a
looking for a
ninja?
metal one.
Was it invented by a ninja?
I believe it was German
It
or
was just
Sweden.
using, it was just using Ninja Turtles and made you think that ninjas did that.
Robert's
Um,
going to find one.
it
He's
was
going to
German
be
or
on here
Swedish
with
or
a black
something
eye.
like
Radioactive, welcome in, brother. Later, Robert. Thank you for stopping by, man. That could be the newest test for the dozer. What,
Why would you
Sean?
want to destroy it?
I don't know. This guy's always, man, always angry,
He's
man.
so
Well,
angry.
Irish are destructive.
I think
know,
someone
right?
stole his pot of gold.
He's always so angry, man. That's awesome, man. That's good stuff, Cody, man. It was like I know you guys here and some of the people in the channel, man. It's how cool when we met Cody back in when O11C started, Cody. Cody was our first sponsor, man. And it was, I don't know, 6 years ago, right? And Cody, you had your small setup. It was maybe it's a 10 by 20-ish. I don't remember back in the day.
So the first time I met you guys was at No Man
Nope.
in
Left Behind.
2018, maybe
Yeah,
17.
I think so. 17 or 18, one of them.
It had to be 17. Well,
Yeah.
no, it might have been 18. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I had to probably have had maybe 2 10 by 10s, 2 of them,
Yeah.
2 of them, if that.
And
Maybe.
then growing
Oh yeah, every year. It
Yeah.
got
every
more.
year.
And then
We so
this year, it's ridiculous.
it's awesome, man. I love it. I love it, man. And every event that we saw after that, Cody and USD or some other events, it keeps growing and growing, adding. It was like the gremlin put water on it, it keeps more and growing and more stuff.
Yeah. So
That's
I've had to buy two trailers. I've bought 2 trucks, 3 trucks. I've had 3 trucks different to tow. I started with that XJ Jeep that I had. It doesn't tow. Don't buy one of those to tow with. That's not the answer. It was a good thought, but it didn't work. So it was a cool truck, but it just didn't work. And then the Suburban, which that worked for a while until Beat the Creek this
Until it
year.
didn't.
The transmission, that's the one with the transmission issue or
Well,
something?
I put a transmission in it last year, right before Beat the Creek, and then it did fine going to Beat the Creek, but this year going to Beat the Creek, it was not happy. That trailer was so heavy. It was a lot going on. So
yeah, we stopped and high-fived them.
when I got home, I decided it was time to buy 2,500 and just really get serious about towing. And that truck's going to do the job. I wish I would have got something a little bigger, like cab wise, because it's a single.
Oh yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, I've made it work, and the trip to Alabama was good, except for it. When I got there, it was knocking like hell, which was weird. And then it set, and when I got there Thursday, it was noisy. And then when I cranked it up Sunday, it didn't make any noise. And I drove home, it didn't make a single bit of noise, and drove home fine. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, I've changed a couple of things. Hopefully, the ride to Middleburg will be okay. We'll see. Come in a couple of weeks.
Good little test trip for you.
Yeah, it's not that far, and I mean, if it does what it did going to Alabama, I'll just keep driving it because that damn thing will just keep going. That 6.0 doesn't stop; it just keeps riding.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I'm also now looking into getting like a 20 to 24 foot box truck with a lift gate, because why not?
Yeah.
But I got to find one that's got a sleeper cab built onto it, because I want to be able to sleep it if I can. So I get something
Done
like
with
that.
your coffin?
That too, yeah. So if I can get something like that, I can travel to California and go to like Proline, or go to Axial Fest and stuff like that. Be able to make bigger trips, because even though that truck's giant and when it's loaded, it still gets, well, I'm not gonna say decent gas mileage. It gets okay gas mileage compared to using a truck and a trailer and towing back and forth. It really eats up gas when you start towing a trailer, because of the unaerodynamically that it is. So, which a box truck ain't that much better. It's a big box. So, but that's my thought. I saw one the other day. We were going down the interstate, and there was a box truck that we went by that had a cab, but then they had like like almost like an extended cab pickup truck, but it was for like a sleep. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I was like, well, let's start looking at it. So I've been trying to find some, and they're not really that easy to find. There's not a normal thing. So
No,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough.
they're not very common.
No. A sleeper cab on a box truck is almost like you almost have to send it somewhere and they cut a hole in the
Custom.
box. Yeah, and they custom
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Which would be fine. Which the one that I did find one kind of local, but they sold it before I could get any info on it. So, oh well. I'm not really
Yeah,
going to
I
rush that. I'll be okay with what I got, so we'll be all right. But If one
Okay.
falls on my lap, I don't think I'm gonna. I might jump on one. As long as it's got a lift gate. It's got to have a lift gate.
I'll tell you a place you can go after the chat.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
I've looked at a lot
let's
of
see.
places for this. Most of them are pretty rough. So I guess it doesn't really matter because that means they were used, and most of them get tons of mileage out of them anyway. So
Off lease.
yeah, awfully, yeah.
Yeah.
Get like an old Enterprise or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I work for rent on leasing, so I can give you a place you can take a look at.
Ah, okay. All right, cool. That's
There you
awesome.
go.
That's right. Feed the
Yeah.
bad ideas. That's what I want.
I like
what we
when
need, man.
other
That's
people
what,
feed
that's what
me
Nathan's like.
ideas.
Feed the bad ideas.
Yeah.
Well, but it'll at least give you a starting point.
It's not really a bad idea considering where
No.
I mean, I could either keep.
Well,
I mean,
if you can still get 6 to 10 miles to the gallon, but haul, your whole store in the back of the truck, then it's beneficial.
yeah,
And have a place to sleep at all at the same time.
Yes.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
kind of my
that's
thought.
where your real savings is going to come into play.
Yeah, the savings on hotels, which I'd still get hotels and stuff. I think the
Yeah.
biggest problem I have with it is when I get somewhere, I have no way to get anywhere else. But then I think about it, I'm like, well, most of the places I go, there's somebody there that will gladly take me somewhere if I need to go somewhere. Yeah, like Robert, I got
hands
Jeremy, and then if Nathan's
Yeah.
there, pile in the
Yep.
back of the truck and the car and just go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, there's two options.
Like,
There's two.
Like if I went to Beat the Creek with it, I would still have the hotel. There's no way I would camp there. I gotta
Yeah.
have a shower. I gotta have a shower
Yeah.
house.
Oh, yeah.
But I had another friend of mine I was talking to today. He says, "Why don't you buy one of those and then buy like a small camper to tow behind it that would have a shower and a bathroom and stuff like that." I was like, well, that's probably not a bad idea either, really. But it's even more money.
Yeah, that's hard to do with a lift gate on the back as well.
Yeah.
You have to kind of figure out a way to put a hitch on it, and that would be kind
Right.
of couldn't use the hitch. Yeah.
Now,
Or yeah.
I seen a few designs. What they did was instead of putting the big, large lift gate on the rear, you can get smaller lift gates that go along the side. So use the side door,
Mm.
Oh, if that has a side door, yeah, okay, I see.
a side door lift gate to where you can get like a 2-wheel dolly up and down.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think that would work. The amount of stuff I put on my dolly to get in is.
Well,
wait,
I mean, you're still looking at the same capacity as what you
Yeah.
can get up and down. You
Yeah,
just don't have the full size
correct. The doors
because
not-
it's a smaller, like a man door on the side of it. So the lift gate itself is not going to be as huge.
A couple of years from now, Cody will be driving in a semi Diixieland.
Oh, yeah. I
Trailer.
can see it with the sleeper cab and the whole
Yeah.
9 yards.
Listen, I'm not opposed to that.
we were talking about the box truck and you getting around after you get there, and all I could picture is USD whenever Ryan and Rochelle brought the thing. They brought it down in a box trailer.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to car in it.
Yep. Just get a little Mini Cooper or something and shove in it.
No, I would probably bring my Ruckus. That would be it's a little scooter and I could get everywhere with that. But like Beat the Creek getting down, no, that would
No.
I'd never get up Joe's driveway. That's another thing I worry about is like going there. If you got the wrong kind of vehicle, you can't get up that hill. I guess I could come in the back way though. I would the exit.
Yeah,
the other side, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to do that.
It's downhill, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because if I go bigger, it means I'm gonna have more stuff, and the more stuff I have, the harder it is to set up, and
yes,
it
yes.
takes up more time. It's already pretty time consuming now with the way it is. It's gotten very fast with help from certain people that have done it a couple of times. They kind of know where things go,
Yeah.
so but I've got everything numbered and lettered, and everything goes in its certain place, and that kind of deal. So that helps. But
your organizational skills is what truly helps. And a lot of people don't know there's diagrams, there's drawings, like it's all done strategically. That is for certain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when I show up at an event, there's somebody helping that's new. I got a piece of paper that I hand them and let them see how it is.
Follow the instructions.
Yeah.
That's why Kayla every time it sees, and Kayla had to tell you this, Cody, my wife, she loves the setup, how Cody organized everything, man. It's just incredible. She loves that all the time.
It's neat. It's
Yeah.
been a lot of help from Nathan, of course, and I bounce ideas off Jeremy and some other people. And yeah, I always like to try and ask after an event too, how did you like this? Give me feedback. Let me know, something, because I'm always down to change something to make it better for everybody else. Because it's a lot of work, but I also take I'm really proud of how it's set up, on how easy it is to find what you need.
Yeah.
Because I did that, on purpose, because I wanted people to, if they ask for something, I can tell them exactly where it's at. Like, I know where it is. Even though there's so much stuff, I can almost tell you if I have what I have and where it's at in the setup. Like, I just know. And not everybody knows that, of course, but I know it. Like, even here in the store now, it's set up a certain way on the wall. So if somebody says they need something, I can tell them where it is.
Is it me?
I think it's him.
It's Cody. Uh-oh.
Yeah, his eyes aren't moving.
That's an interesting freeze. Screenshot.
Cody, we got to put more quarters. Yeah, got to put more quarters, Cody.
Get some more minutes.
Text him, Nate. Text him. Let him know.
I'm sending him a message. Yeah.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
What was the last thing I said?
No, we were saying put more quarters, Cody.
Yeah, no kidding. It says my internet connection's unstable.
Yeah, now it's good. You're back, brother.
Yeah.
There's Dennis.
I was going to say it was Dennis's fault.
Why not? Everybody else blames me.
That's just what everybody told me to do. So, yeah, what was I at? Oh, so if you're in the store, I can tell you where everything is in here as well. The way I've got everything, every bin's in its certain spot, and I can tell you where pretty much everything is. I try to keep it like that. I'm not very good at knowing exactly everything I have in stock anymore because I have too many products. I think the other day I put in my 6,500 product on the website.
Wow.
Which is
that is crazy.
Insane. I don't necessarily have that many, but that's the SKU number that I just put in.
Yeah.
And it's wild. That's so many. so.
Talking about product, Cody, what was that release this year that was hot at your store, or many release?
Probably I would say probably the Ascent 18, the Red Cat Ascent 18.
Okay.
Because when it come out, it was $99, and ridiculously priced for what it is.
Yeah,
so even now at 120, it's probably the best out of the box for the money mini crawler you can buy.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do anything to it. You can take it out and drive it, and it does fantastic. And then the Axials are cool because they build the bodies look cool and they're nice, but for pure performance out of a box truck, for the money is definitely the Red Cat. And I don't even know how many I've sold. I bet you it's a bunch. So
just don't put a fake Christmas tree on the bed. It upsets the balance, right, Joe?
Yes. 100% don't do it.
And I think the new one, the Scout, I think that's going to be big.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have some today. They didn't show up. They'll be here probably tomorrow, more than likely. So, but
those are awesome. They look good.
A licensed body, LED lights, licensed Interco Swampers for $150. It's gonna
And
be,
the
Yeah.
true hinge now that doesn't pop off if
yeah,
it bumps
yeah,
something.
it's gonna be hinged, but it's supposed to be a better hinge than the hinge on the Ascent. So,
It's
Yeah.
a captured hinge instead of just flopping out.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah, I see the chassis a little different too. So, it'll be interesting to see. But I mean, I'm just ready for those tires to come out by themselves because I want those for the minis. There are going to be some rad looking tires on certain builds. So,
Yeah.
but
How
you
was?
know, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish, Cody.
I don't know what I was going to say.
How about the NASCAR cars, man? I don't know about those, man. Those are awesome, man.
So, so I've gotten. I'm not going to talk about Horizon because it's anyway, doesn't matter. So I got some on the second batch. I missed out on the first batch because I did not have a rep at the time. I didn't know there was a cutoff to get the first. I didn't know. So I missed out. So I think all my, not my hardcore local guys, but my local people went and bought somewhere else, which is fine because I didn't have them. So I've got them now. I've got 3, 6, 9. I got 12 left. But they're only available to you have to come here. I'm not because if they were online for shipping, they'd be gone already. People are losing their minds trying to find them.
Yeah.
And I want my local people to be able to buy them to come race. That's the whole plan behind
exactly
selling them online. Now, granted, I've sold quite a few of them, but it's not moving like I was hoping it was going to. I was hoping me doing the track would have helped. And I think it will. I think once I announce the first race and we race, that'll change everything. Yeah. But I mean, it's cool. I wish I don't want to get into that right now, but anyway, they're cool. They drive really well. It's neat that they're four-wheel drive. It does help it and makes it way more controllable. Even though on my concrete out there, if it's dirty, you can still slide it around and have fun and whatever. You know, I've raced one on a big dirt oval a couple of weeks ago. We went somewhere and they had some out there, and somebody let me drive one. It was way too big of an oval for it, but it was still cool. But it's a neat idea. I wish they would have done better with the release and how they're releasing, because right now these that are out now are discontinued already. You can't get those anymore. They're done. Which is
I think every year it's going to be a different as the NASCAR series starts, it's going to be every different
they're
stuff.
supposed to announce the next 4 of them or 5 of them, how many ever it is, in February, right before the Daytona 500 is that week. Speed Weeks is
nice.
What I was told. I don't know. I wish they would just come out with clear bodies and you could just do what you want with them, because nobody wants. Not there, but some people want these, but not everybody wants these. So
I think they have clear bodies, right? They don't. I think because
I
checked.
I've got all the clear bodies, yeah. So
yeah, because that's what I want to get eventually for the guys, and have the different branches, and so we can raise.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be spectacular.
Yeah.
But no, what I mean is say you could go on the shelf and buy one that has a clear body in it already.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
like a kit or a
a kit.
Yeah. It's kind of like a kit. Yeah, it'd be a clear NASCAR body on it, and you can do what you want to it, and it'd be $20 cheaper or whatever. You know, that'd be the way to go. I've already put my 2 cents in to who needs to hear that. That needs to be what they need to do. Because right now they could be selling the crap out of them if they had clear bodies
all winter long. Oh yeah.
This
is a time to be selling them especially for us, because everything's indoor at NPA right now. Everything's switching over to the indoor carpet. All that's super popular.
Oh, I bet those on a nice indoor carpet would be sweet.
Oh, they'd be phenomenal. There's no question about it. They're the perfect size too.
Yeah. I saw a video of somebody doing on road stuff, like carpet on road with turns. And it looked like that'd be a lot of fun, because that thing if you turn up this steering rate on it, it can turn. It's got a pretty good turn radius on it. So you got to turn it down when you're doing oval, because if not, it'll shoot over. They're pretty cool though. So I you asked about the number one. I mean, I don't.
It's
really
hard.
know. I would say Armour Groms. I mean, that's the same class as the NASCARs, but I mean, the first batches of those I got, I sold them instantly. So
Just quickly. And they are, man, they are so they're like tanks, man, little tanks.
they're
They could
super,
they,
super.
they
These
could take a
brushless
beat.
ones, I sold a Mojave brushless one to a guy, and he bought a 3S battery, and he messaged me the next day, and he said, "Man, this thing is completely ridiculous on 3S. Like, it's so powerful on 3S that it's crazy." So I'm ready to see that because so my thought on this was we had a discussion about it. The reason why they took so long to do a brushless Grom is the reason why they've done the two that they've done, the Typhoon and the Mojave, is to test it to make sure it'll work. And then I think what's coming is going to be a brushless infraction Grom, a Creighton Grom, a Big Rock Grom, all the big, I hope a Cent, well, they do have a Mojave. I guess it's close to a Cent, but same thing. So all the big trucks they have, they'll shrink them down into a Grom size and be brushless because they do 50 miles an hour out of the box, which is
It's crazy for the
Yeah.
for that scale,
that
right?
size. Yeah, like this one here. So this is
Tony,
is
welcome in, Tony.
So this is a granite Grom that I gave to the boy, the youngest, the stepson. He's 13. So we've already put a Hobby Wing brushless system in it, and it is dumb. And it's only on 2S. It's stupid. And well, of course, this is a small, the wheelbase is tiny on it, but still, it's pretty wild for what it is. So the fact that they're going to have brushless, I'm assuming brushless in everything, is going to be pretty wild. I'm ready for that infraction brushless to come out. That's what I'm waiting on.
That's gonna look cool,
It's
bro.
going to be really cool. Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. Definitely, man. Let me see. I forgot something. Oh, real quick, guys. With Cody's permission, real quick. I just want to mention something, guys, real quick. It's been a minute that we mentioned about Operation 11 Charlie, what O11C is all about, right? We're a 501c3 nonprofit, right? And we like to bring awareness to veteran suicide and fighting PTSD, right? And we use the RCs as a tool, right, for to deal with the condition and whatnot. We work in collaboration also with the VA hospital here local and some other chapters as well. So we have evolved from what we were back in the day to what it is right now, guys. So just want to let you know, so you can let some other veterans know we are not, O11C is not here to give RCs away. That's not what we're all about, right? We are about taking care of those veterans, the connection with those veterans is 24/7, and not just the veterans, their family members as well. And just that's the most important thing about us. We always get a lot of inquiries how we can get a free RC. That's not what O11C is all about, right? It's not about that. It's about that brotherhood. It is about taking care of those guys, man, and the family members, guys. So just to let you know, some of you here, any of the veterans that want to send it our ways, that's why it's so important for that representative to be at least within 2 hours of the veterans. Even 2 hours is hard, right? Usually we got chapters that do outings almost every week, right? And here I do a couple of outings a month, including the VA hospital here that we work with, all that stuff. So that's the most important thing, guys, is taking care of those veterans, that relationship with those veterans. The RC just secondary, even third on the line, man. The most important is the relationship with those guys, and all our guys can tell you all about it, right? It's building memories, and then helping them out in the process, and rough times and whatnot, as we suffer and deal with our PTSD and our conditions. That's what it's all about. Joseph, welcome in, brother.
Hey, how are everyone? How's everybody doing?
Good, man. Good to
I don't
have
want
you
to
here,
interrupt.
man.
Keep going. It was a motivational speech over here.
No, it's been a minute since we had mentioned it. Just we always throughout the Christmas we get some emails and whatnot. And I guess it's just a misinformation and whatnot that they see RC for vet. Oh, it's free RC. That's not what O11C is all about. It's more than that. It's more than that. So
Yep. And probably the only thing I would add is if you are in an area where there is not a representative yet, please just be patient.
yeah.
It takes time. As we were talking earlier, we're like 6 years, 5, 6 years into this. We've had a lot of learning to do ourselves as an
Mm-hmm.
organization.
Mm-hmm.
And we've learned with that process, and just be patient, and things will come around. We'll get there at some point.
Yep.
Just have patience. The best thing you can do is keep interacting,
Mm-hmm.
follow along, and there's still a whole group of us out there in terms of the organization,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be Facebook or here on YouTube, that you can definitely hang out
Yeah.
and be part of it. That's for
Yeah.
certain.
Definitely. Well said, brother. So that's why I wanted to mention that before I forget again. So, before we continue here, um, Joseph, how was your weekend, man? I know you were
Oh,
at that event down in Carlos and Coffee, man.
yeah, we did Carlos and Coffee on Saturday in Cougars Buttes, about 20, 30 minutes past Horseman's. So
Mm.
in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, beautiful place. Um, just like Horseman, you're just surrounded by, crawler's paradise there. Just like Horseman, it was freezing as soon as that sun went down. But it was a blast. Everybody had a good time, nothing but smiles. Everybody was crawling everywhere. So we had a good time.
Awesome. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Love that stuff, brother. I saw there the Nicholas and your daughter and Anna. You guys had a blast out there. You were with the Crows and Coffee family, a Rock Pirate family, all the guys down there, man.
Yep, yep. You know me, I always take my family every time we go crawling. And going back to what you were saying about this organization, uh, that's what I've gotten out of it the most. Me and Anna were just talking about that this weekend. She was like, prior to Operation Living Charlie, she's like, you didn't really have friends. I'm like, yeah, I did. I couldn't relate with people. It was hard to make friends. And as soon as I found you guys, here I am, like with an abundance of friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to hear that,
That is
Joseph.
awesome.
Yeah, love to hear that. And Joseph, we love you very much, man, and we love your family, and that's what it's all about, man. Those building those memories, those relationships with those guys. The same thing what we were doing this past weekend with Robert and our veterans here locally. Just that time that we spent together. That's the most important part of it. Well said, guy. Thank you guys for some comments on the chat. Thank you so much. Rob, welcome in, man. Seattle, man, that's the plan. We want to keep growing, guys. Also, talking about open chapters is not that easy, guys. It's not as
No.
easy as you gonna open a chapter, right? It's a whole process through it, right? We got to make sure those representatives will follow through the culture of O11C, what O11C represents, and how we represent in our state. It's like here and there's the past. I'm going back to the Christmas parade. Well, and the guys were saying, how we dress, how we do. We represent O11C here, so all eyes are on us, right? The same thing when we open chapters, right? We got to make sure that every chapter will follow those guidelines, man. Taking care of those guys is serious here. What we do, it's not even though we use RC. I know it's funny because when they were doing the TV show for the parade, they say, "Oh, there's nice toys." I know some people will say, "Hold on a second, they're not toys, man. They are not toys, right?" But it's what we use. That's our form. That's our tool we use for what we do here in Operation 11 Charlie. And serious, man, what we do. A lot of our guys that suffer from severe PTSD, like myself, right? Suicide. We got to be through about it. We got to talk with the through about it, right? How many guys we lose daily, right? And we have a lot of our guys, including myself, that is suicidal, total one not. So it's important, serious, right? And we're not here to just to fool around, play around with RCs, right? It's more than that, guys. So it's a serious cause, and we take it very personal. So yes. So says here, Rob Austin said, Robert Pesa is my mentor. He's doing above and beyond. There you go, Robert.
Awesome.
You see?
Robert's getting some of that lemur poop coffee real quick. He'll be right back.
You have no idea how bad I'm holding it.
Oh no, we don't need to know that. So anyway, that's what you want to get that out of the way, man. So definitely, brother. Let's go back with Cody. Cody, thank you. I just apologize for that. We just want to go back to, okay. So let me see what we were doing, talking to Cody, Nate. If
well, I was thinking, I sent you some pictures earlier.
oh yes, thank you. Let me get them.
Let's rewind the clock here a little bit on Cody. And
Yes.
a lot of people know Cody as the man running around in the booth. So we'll dive into Cody's history a little bit and kind of bring everything up to where we were already talking about.
Okay, let me get this. I got 2 emails on that. What?
AKA
Yes.
the white-haired guy.
What?
Blonde, so yeah.
Who is this, Ray? What is this?
All right, so my dates aren't going to be correct. I think I was about 4 years old there.
You were
think.
12.
Wow.
All right, so that is my dad's 67 Land Rover Series 2A that he
Wow.
bought it in 70, somewhere in the 70s when he was in high school when he bought it. That's
Wow.
the same truck. He called it Miss Dependable because he drove it everywhere from the time that he got it until, I mean, when I was 10 or 11 during the summer, we left here in South Georgia, went all the way to the Canadian border in Maine in it, drove all the way up through all the New England states, stopped at rover places, went to some rallies, and just
Wow, man.
So think about how we did UST. Yeah, don't go to that one yet. Go back.
Okay, let me go back.
We'll get that one in a minute.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So think about how we do events like UST and stuff like that. We
Yeah.
did these events with these.
Wow.
So my dad had a rally every year in the summer called Going Hog Wild. And it was a hog rally. So dad would find a pig, kill it, and skin it and cook it all within the same time frame as the rally is going on. People drove from all over the country in their rovers, mind you, and stayed on our property, slept, tent, camped. We had property that was beside the shop. Mind you, the place where my building used to be, where I used to have my store, that's where I grew up. That's the house I grew up in.
Wow.
And my dad hand built that shop in like 92 or 3 or whatever.
Wow.
They poured the concrete. He did everything else. He welded the beams, put the paneling, did the whole thing, everything. He did it. And so people drove from everywhere. And we used to have sand dunes about 45 minutes west of here. And then we had some in town actually that we could go to, that we got permission to go to. We'd go mud bogging, we would go trail riding, mainly sand dune stuff, jumping, all the crazy stuff, water. Like I've got video. My dad put together a video one year of a rally. It's like an hour long of everybody trail riding, going in the sand. Dad sinking this truck in a pond. Like my uncle's like 7 foot, was 7 foot. He was standing in the back of the truck with my grandparents. The cameras used to be on your shoulder, old school,
VHS.
really, really expensive cameras. They had one, and he's in the truck, and the truck is sinking in the water. Like every time he pans down, it's getting deeper. Like the truck's going down, and he's freaking out. His like 4-year-old daughter is in there as well. He's trying to hold her and the camera, and he's trying to film my dad waddling through the water with the winch line, trying to winch himself out. Listen, if I could get this video, it would be the greatest YouTube video ever. It would be
That's awesome.
we used to have it on tape. Somebody borrowed it, or dad borrowed, let somebody borrow it, and we don't know where it is. But mom's got a bunch of little tapes with a bunch of stuff. We're going to try and digitize it. I'm going to try and edit it into something. But anyway, so we took this truck everywhere. I mean, like I say, we went through everywhere. I ate pizza right outside of New York City in it, clam chowder on the coast of Rhode Island. We went and got maple syrup out of a tree in Vermont. In
Wow.
we just did
Yeah.
all things, and it was crazy. And thinking back on it now, as to what kids have nowadays, it's nothing like this. This is no longer a thing, mainly because of the tree huggers and the whatever shuts all this stuff down. Like we went, like after this, they got some sort of, how they got the rock crawling bug is beyond me. So go to the next slide.
Okay.
So between the time of that truck and this truck, of course, Dad is restoring people's series trucks. They bring him a piece of crap rotted series truck, and he just rebuilds it, galvanizes the frame, has got somebody that rebuilds floor pans because they rust. That's the biggest thing that rusts on Rovers is the floor pans. He found a guy that would press new ones, and he was getting them made and changing them over from generators to 2-wire alternators and just doing all the things to make them a better truck, so to speak, for the normal person that wants to just drive, not do this crazy mess here. So he and some of his buddies got told about a place called Teleco. And oh no, is that right? That ain't right. That's not correct. That's not correct. So there was a buddy of ours in Atlanta. He lived in Dawsonville. He runs like a giant concrete company up there. Porter's his last name. He's got a lot of area in Dawsonville. And then about 30 minutes from Dawsonville is a mountain called Rich Mountain in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta area, somewhere up there. I don't actually know where exactly it is. I've been there, but I don't remember how to get there. But anyway, so that used to be a mountain. You could start at the bottom. There was only one way up. You got to the top, and then you'd go down another way. The way down was way easier than the way up. It wasn't even really that hard. I actually drove that in this truck right here before it got to this point in here where you see the fenders cut and the crazy roll and all stuff like that. I drove up Rich Mountain when I was 12 years old by myself in a truck. So my dad had so much, or maybe I was 14. I might have been 14, but anyway, I was still young. Too young to be doing that, to be honest with you. But I had already known what to do. He needed to go test somebody else's truck. So he got out and went and drove something else and told me just keep it low range and go. And so the truck was super capable and it was no problem. But so throughout all that particular time, he had found out about Teleco, which if you don't know what Teleco is, it used to be an off-road vehicle park in like Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. It's all right there together in a spot. I don't know exactly. I've only been there once, and I don't ever want to go back again, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But they would go all the time. They would load the truck up. This truck here, if you see, it's gonna be hard to see, but the rear, how when you build your RC4 drive, you can buy revolver shackles, which allow separation from your leaf springs. Well, this Rover right here has one of only. This I know I'm charging a battery. I'm testing the new charger. Anyway, so this particular truck here has one of only 5 sets of revolver shackles for a Land Rover.
Wow.
My dad designed them. So he reached out to the revolver guy at the time. I think the revolver's owned by somebody else now. It's not a guy. It's like a company now. But
let me see. I can make it bigger. This picture real quick.
He reached out to him and said, I would like to have revolvers for a Land Rover. And he drew it up. I've got the drawings in the shop that he drew up, how to do the revolver shackle, how it needed to be in correspondence to how the frame is and how the leaf spring is, stuff like that. So it's pretty wild that he designed something and got that company to make 5 of them. He took a set and then gave 4 sets out to his buddies. So, that all
cool.
had rock crawling rovers, which a rock crawling rover is not a normal thing, really, so to speak. I mean, I guess. But we went to Telco. They went to Telco all the time. There was one trail there. I don't remember what number it is. They had numbers for each trail. One of them was like, if you rode, like I remember riding by it, and if you looked at it, it was straight up, nothing but rock the entire way to the top. They were stuck on it for 3 days. It was raining. The truck kept breaking, and they were just stuck on the side of this mountain for 3 days, sleeping under the truck and just trying to survive on how to get home. I think he told me he had to change out 2 axle shafts. These were like 8 spline axle shafts, so they didn't break easily. Like you had to really, yeah, you can see of course, y'all can't see this because I'm pointing at it, but the revolver shackle gave it, yeah, there you go. So it gave it 10 inches of extra travel for a leaf spring Land Rover, which is pretty wild considering at the time there was nothing like this for these trucks here. Now, you can't see it, but the door, when it's closed, the front fender is cut just the same as the back fender is. And like it had a gas tank in the back and 1 seat, and like he hand built that roll cage and welded it. And my dad is the MacGyver of 4-wheel drive, in my opinion, or just MacGyver, period, man. He is
That's awesome, man.
They called him the gray-haired wise man back in the day.
What Cody's saying is his dad was doing Flex Fridays before Flex Fridays were Flex Fridays.
Damn right. You damn right. He damn sure was. Listen, because we would this is at the end of the road at my house. Like there's a ditch down there, and we would just go down there and test trucks just to make sure they worked or whatever. Like he was just like, it was crazy, man. I look back on it and I think about it. I'm like, man, that man was talented as can be. Just insane at the stuff he'd come up with. So the truck before, the one that he had originally, so at this time, that truck is in pieces. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he was trying to figure out how to put 2 transmissions in it to make the low range that much lower. So, and he figured it out. He took 2 transmissions, built a plate, extended the frame, had it in the truck. It would have 16 forward gears. Like,
oh my.
The gear ratio, it was like 264 to 1. It was like, what's
Marlin?
Marlin. It's just like the Marlin thing, but he did it in a transfer case. Dad did it with two transmissions. It was crazy. Like just the wildest things, like doing the alternator thing, like how he come up with that. And how the alternator mounted to the Rover was using a electric garage door opener bracket. There was like this half moon or 90-degree bracket that's kind of smooth. That's what he used to make it fit on a Rover. Like he just saw it and went, yeah, that'll work, and just made it happen. And there we are. So
I'm here. I want to open the other picture. Is the other side, right? It was from the other side.
Yeah, maybe it is from the other side, because I think we shot pictures from both sides. Now, mind you, we shot these pictures. We had a camera that took a 3.5-inch floppy hard disk that went into the camera. That's how we took pictures. Okay, so there's no fender in the front. That's the hood, and then you'll see a little piece of metal below it. That's what held the hood, so the hood didn't move. So we had listen, he built some wild shit back in the day, man. We had some cool stuff, and it was, I grew up with getting to drive these things to school. Like we had an ambulance, and then we had right-hand drives and series 1s and lightweights. And I drove it all. I drove them all to school. And like people, back then it wasn't, like now, if you did that, it'd be like the craziest thing ever, because kids, don't know about all this stuff. Back then, everybody was whatever.
Yeah.
But you're just a dumb redneck, because that's kind of what it was, back then. But
that ambulance one's in that other file set. Oh yeah.
So where's that Rover at now?
So I'll get to that in a minute. I ain't got there yet. I'll explain where everything went, actually.
Okay.
So So we went to Teleco. They went a bunch of times. I went once, and we were on helicopter pad, or it was a guardrail. I think it was guardrail. So he's going up the mount or up the spot. Yeah, there's the ambulance. Man, let me tell you.
Sweet.
So yeah, like if I could figure out how to make that into a 10th scale, it's a series 3, so we could take one of the boom trucks. But so this thing actually had stretchers in the back from when it was used back in the day. I've camped in the back of this thing, like, because that was, you could just open the door and sit in, lay on one of the stretchers and sleep in it. This thing had 37-inch boggers on it, and I put a stereo in it. We drove that thing all over the place, man. It was cool. It was a neat truck.
That was awesome.
So I don't know how he wound up, but look at the background. Like, scan over to the right. See that van?
I see it right here. Yeah.
So that was the old Chevy panel van that was put on a 4-wheel drive chassis that had a 454 in it. That thing was rowdy. Ooh, that thing was rowdy. Anyway, so let's get back to Teleco. So the one time I went, he's going up guardrail and he hits a spot and it bounces the truck and it bounces again and then it slides and rolls over. Well, of course, it throws him out of the truck because he don't have a seatbelt on like a dummy. But it almost crushed his head. Like his head went under a rock. The roll bar went over said rock. And it was, I was probably 15. It was pretty traumatic for me to see that. And then him act like it was nothing kind of thing. If the person that was in the truck with him got thrown out as well. Luckily, he was okay. So needless to say, I never went back to Teleco after that.
Yeah.
I wasn't about that life. That place was kind of crazy. That place was pretty rowdy. Yeah, there's the back of it. Yeah, with the stretcher. Crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
And it smelled weird. I know you Army guys will know what that smell is. It was.
Oh yeah.
It had a
Always.
weird. It had a weird smell. I'm sure there had been dead bodies in that thing. I'm sure of it. But it had just this weird. I don't know if it's probably what they made the box out of. Maybe that's what the smell is, like the plastics or something. But it just had this. It wasn't a stench. It didn't smell bad, but it just had a smell like you were like, yeah, some shit's happened in this thing in its life.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I like this one. Let me see this one right here.
So there's a comment here from Defender Customs. That's the. Oh yeah, okay. So that's before he took the top off of it, and so you see it says T Kobe. That's Team Cold Beer. That was their slogan. But you see, there's a cooler in the back. I guarantee it was full of some Busch beer. So this was before, I guess, before he fully cut the fenders and took the top off and made a full roll cage. I don't even know. I don't know where this was. This may have been in Virginia. We used to go to a rally up there. I wonder if that's where that was. I don't know where that exactly is, but it's pretty cool, man. It's I look back on it, and the stuff that I got to do as a child is really, really, I can't even really explain it, to be honest, because it's such a.
Those memories, Cody, those are the memories you stay with you forever, bro. You know?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's kind
crazy.
It's wild to think that we would just strike out and go to some dude's property and just play in the hills and stuff. It was just wild. Like you can't do that stuff. Oh, so that was his first one when it was in pristine condition. Golly, that thing's pretty. So simple. It's crazy they just don't build them like that anymore. It's just such a simple truck.
Wow, that's awesome. Awesome stuff, bro. That's crazy, man.
So this is at an event called British Motor Car Day. They have it they used to have it at the Chateau Lawn in Brazelton every year. I don't know where it's at anymore, but it's mainly just British made vehicles. Excuse me. And Rovers would always be put to the side because they were, not the normal, when you're going to that, you're looking at seeing, whatever Mercedes and all that stuff like that. You weren't really there to see, the Rover, but man, they would show up in droves. So it was cool. It was neat. It was neat to see all that stuff. And then,
That's
you know,
awesome, man.
thinking about it now, you know, I didn't really take off in that plane as his stuff, because when he decided to stop doing all that stuff, he sold. This answers your question, Robert. He sold everything to a guy in, I think, North Carolina. I think it's where he was from. That dude made 3 trips to come buy all the parts, the trucks, everything. He just come got all of it, and he had to make 3 trips with a giant U-Haul, and then like he bought all the trucks. Like he got everything. He bought the whole deal, and it sucks because we could have kept the one. I mean, we could have kept some of them. He says that now he wishes he would have kept 1 or 2 of them. You know, the guy didn't really want the trucks. He wanted the parts, and you know, he kind of doesn't like the fact that he got rid of them now. But I mean, at the time, it was a weird time in his life, and you know, he was getting sober, and it was a lot of stuff going on that he had to you know, make sacrifices to make that happen, and that kind of deal. And I get it. And at the time, I wasn't involved with that side of the stuff. At the time, I had just gotten out of high school, and I was doing the import stuff. I was doing the Hondas and all that stuff like that. That was I like took a hard dive into that world. As soon as I got out of high school, I bought a car, and I never looked back. I never stopped doing that until I started doing this here.
You kept the ruckus though.
I only got it a couple years ago. But I mean, I had cars. At one point, I had like 16 Hondas that I owned at one time. Like I had so many cars, and I had a show car, I had a race car, I had a daily, I had everything. I had all of them that you could think of in that year range of like 92 to 97. I had them all. I was just going crazy, working on them, racing them, building, you know, customers' race cars and just stuff like that, just doing everything I could to stay in that world. And at the time when he sold everything, I was in the show car world, and that's, dude, listen, that's all I did was show car stuff. I just live and breathe trying to figure out how to get that car cleaner, how to just make it look better, and just try to figure out all that stuff like that.
I can't see it, Cody. I can't see you Fast and Furious, man.
Listen, who can I send pictures to?
Like, this is the new Dom.
Nate, send them to Nate, or send it to Nate or to me.
Did you have a nickname?
No.
I seen pictures. I seen pictures.
Listen, I'm sure somebody had some kind of name for me, because I was quite an arrogant asshole back in the day.
One like K-Series Cody or anything like that.
I thought I was the hot shit back in the day. So when you see this car, you'll understand why I felt over the way. I had.
Speaking of, after you send the pictures, Cody, I believe you got a RC one up there. It's somewhat of one of the ones you had.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So, but yeah, I mean, I had all kinds of random cars, and man, listen,
I got some RX-7s you could buy.
No, I do not want no RX-7 crap.
Oh,
No rotaries, no rotaries. I know. I don't want to change spark plugs every time I crank it up and shut it off. I don't have you know what's so weird is I don't have a lot of pictures of my cars from back in the day, and I had some really cool cars. Yeah,
see Cody driving around in a Honda Del Sol.
Listen,
all as can be.
I almost bought a Del Sol. I love the idea that the top come off. That was such a cool idea.
My buddy had one, and he did nothing but put a whole bunch of money into it, and then he sold it before he was finished with it.
I don't even want to talk about it.
My very first Honda was a CRX. I believe it was an '89 CRX.
Oh, that's a good year.
And I loved it. It was red and black. It had like the black livery, but the body was red, and it was a lot of fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
Little hyped up hamster.
Yep.
Hold on. Okay, let me
I'm
make
not done
sure.
sending you, Javier. I'm not done sending you pictures yet. Hang on.
Okay, so let me wait then. Let me wait until I open this. Man, there's some nice. Oh my goodness. Some cool stuff right there, bro.
What was my next one?
I went through a whole bunch of Civics.
No, I was
Richard,
never really
welcome
a
in,
big
brother.
Civic fan, but that was definitely one that stood out. I did have a 95, and I bought that because of Fast and the Furious. Had all blacked out,
Mhm.
two-door, you know. It was
Oh,
sick.
yeah. I had a
Um,
95 EX.
Chunky Cousin said they were all red and black or teal. I had a teal one.
Then I got rid of that, and I got my Z28, 95 Camaro Z28.
Bro, I
Oh,
had one. I
that thing
had
was,
where I had the IROC in with the
yeah, the
T-tops
IROC.
on.
Yeah.
The
IROC.
IROC. The IROC, it was, oh, bro, I love that thing.
I had a IROC as well.
Two-tone IROC.
All right,
That's great without telling me your age.
Mine was silver and black two-tone.
Yeah.
I'll send you the
Oh,
pictures, Javier. Should be everything.
okay. Let me see. Make sure. Get the last one here. Yep. Bum, bum. And go back. Man, what memories, bro. What
So,
memories.
Diixieland RC, aka Toretto RC.
before,
Well,
so
for
y'all don't know that before it was RC, it was Diixieland Imports and RC.
yeah.
So that right there was my 94 Civic hatchback that I bought out of a junkyard, mind you, with nothing on it, no windows in it, no wheels, no tires. It just was sitting on the ground. Got it for $400 with a title. Ridiculous.
Wow.
So
You can't do that now.
No.
you're well, for one, you're not going to find one that's that clean either is the problem. But so this one become it was a race car. At one time it had a single turbo single cam motor in it that made like 400 horsepower. It was ridiculous. But I had sold all that stuff and built this to be, oh boy. That was one of my show cars there. Wait, that was probably the first iteration of that car. Yeah, those wheels were old. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have a
sick.
right-hand drive with all of them being imported right now.
No, I want one. So that's the last iteration of that same car. It's got a black roof, black trunk lid. It all flowed together with the hood. I think one of the next
Wow.
pictures shows. That was my show setup. So I would, yeah, that's it. See, you see the hood's black, and then the roof was black, and then the trunk lid was black as well. I drove that thing everywhere, man. I won a bunch of awards for that because it was a street class car. So I would just decimate all the street class cars because it had a crazy system in it. I had gauges and TVs and all the stuff. So if you look at
Playing his
the,
PlayStation 1 in there.
I had a PlayStation in mine. Yeah, I did.
Probably with a sticker, tuna, no crust.
No stickers. I've never been a real sticker guy except for the race car because you had to put stickers on it because of the way, sponsors and things like that. But for the most part, I don't like stickers on stuff. I'm not a big fan. Scroll over again. Scroll back. Not back, but next. Go next. Because I wonder, because I mixed up pictures. So that's the car driving. So that was its last iteration. Well, not last. I had different wheels eventually. Go again. That's the interior of that red car. I took all the interior panels come out and got painted with car paint. So they're like it was painted with base and clear, so I could paint it or clean it and make it look great. I made those pods in the doors to fit speakers. So
that's sick.
I did fiberglass work and made all that stuff fit. And it had a flip out TV, had a TV at the bottom, just every Sparko and everything.
That is sick, bro.
Yeah, it was wild.
Did you autocross these cars?
Not this car. No. I autocrossed the hatchback. That was the only one I autocrossed. I had a K20. So that was my four-door, my white four-door there that I bought it and the motor blew up on the way home.
Ouch.
It was bad. Now I put another motor in it and took the tan interior. You know, those things had tan interior back in the day. I
Yeah.
took all the tan out of it and dyed everything black. So I had black interior, put black carpet in it, black seats. It's pretty cool. That was a really good daily. Yeah, there's a closer
So-
picture of the interior.
On the interior. Why not?
I did a lot of work to this car, man. This car was a good. There's the stereo setup. So on the back deck was I remind you, I built all this stuff out of wood. Like I made that plate and the top plate and the bottom and all that stuff like that. Those are 10-inch mids in the back for mids and highs.
Man, I haven't seen hyphonic stuff in
because it was
years.
loud.
Yeah.
That is just crazy, brother. Wow.
I had 412s in the trunk. It was like one time I pulled into Nopi and my rearview mirror broke off the glass, like it shattered the glass where it was. It was wild, dude. And I was so happy about that because
Were you in Fast and the Furious when they were here in Miami?
No, probably not. So, you know, that one year at Nopi, they did a tour, like it went from city to city on the way up to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I tried to be a part of that, but I had to work. I couldn't get off. So, but I did go show off one day. It actually stopped in Tifton, which is crazy to think about, that it's the whole group stopped here at some stereo shop here in town. But anyway, so I did the autocross thing was really what I was doing. And then I bought the kids, I think I bought them some 2-wheel drive Arma trucks or something for Christmas. I bought myself a deadbolt. They were on like it's SCX 10-1 deadbolt. They were on sale for Black Friday for like $175 or something like that. And I said, well, I can buy myself one of those. And there was nobody else around here that had crawlers at the time. There wasn't, you know, I had a Losi MR, like a mini rock crawler back in the day, a MRC Pro, the carbon chassis one. I bought it in 2009. I bought a Novak brushless system for it, which if y'all know old school Novak, you know how that went. So it let out all the smoke out of it. So it was a cool truck. I wish they would bring that back. That's another story though. But I bought those for the kids, the 2 oldest kids at the time. And I was like, you know what? I think the younger ones are going to want to do this. I need to figure out how I'm going to be able to buy parts to keep these trucks going. Not really thinking about this that I'm in now, but I was like, I've got a business license from the import stuff. I can kind of, maybe somebody will let me buy some parts and trucks, whatever. And I think my first person I reached out to was Jason at Asiates. I think it was they were I think my very first order. They were my first order for sure of what I got. But I bought like $600 worth of parts from him. My first order. It was like a bunch of 10-2 fat housings.
Yep.
And like he had just come out with 4.45 Hustlers, and there was something. There was one other product, but that was it. That's how I started doing this. Realistically, I sold 10-2 fat housings. That's what I sold because everybody wanted them. Nobody in this country had them, and I was getting them I'm buying 20 at a time, and I was selling them the day I got them. Like it was insane because the 10-2.
I'm guilty. My first pair I bought from you.
That was my 10-2 or a 10-2 was at that time the number one crawler at the moment. There was nothing else like it on the market at that time that was at least as good as it was. It was a great truck for what it was, especially at the time. So
yeah,
I just kept going, and one 4x2 pegboard turned into a 8-foot pegboard, and then another 8-foot pegboard, and then 2 more 8-foot pegboards, and then gondolas, and then moving the shop stuff moving the car mechanical stuff out of the shop to move other stuff. It's crazy that it started with just that. And then of course Red Cat was my second big, account that I technically got. I think it was Red Cat. I think it was my second one. And at the time Red Cat wasn't what it was today. It was, they didn't even have they had a crawl. They had that Everest 10 and they had like the Everest 16 and I think they had the clawback, but that wasn't, where they're at now. And of course they had a lot of the other cheaper go fast trucks that I could get that I didn't really get a lot of. And then, and I had the first event that I got it in Teggy in Indigy. That was they let me get an account, and I bought. To begin with, I bought a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have bought because I didn't know no better. I know better now. I know what to buy from them that's good to have versus stuff people don't need. Even though they think they need it, they don't need it. So,
how did you say Integy?
Integgy. I say Integgy.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're making them sound kind of fancy.
It's like Integra. I don't know. It sounds like it would be Integra because that's how Integra.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So I'm probably not saying it right, but that's how I've always said it. But and then it just, I would just reach out to random manufacturers and be like, hey, it's just me. I'm just trying to get something going. And most everybody was like, yeah, that's fine. Let's go. And like I reached out to Steve at STRC, which, I know he's not very big into everything anymore like he was, but when I reached out to him and explained what I was going, he's like, man, I started out in a van. So yeah, let's go. And I was like, cool.
That's awesome, man.
It's just awesome. Getting, and I've tried to keep that same mindset, that it's just still me. I'm still not, there's a lot of bigger stores out there than me that, you can tell they're bigger stores. I want to talk to everybody. I want to see everybody. I want to, I don't get to do that much anymore because, this conversation we're having here is not a normal. We don't get to have this conversation usually because it's, we're talking about trucks and cars and whatever. Yeah. We're such fast paced now, especially at events. You're never,
we don't stop.
You're not stopping. You're not sitting there and talking. We get to talk occasionally because we all go eat dinner together. Most of the time, y'all see me. By that time, I'm not going to talk to you anyway. I'm pretty tired. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. It's definitely been a ride. This past 7 years has been insane. I never would have ever really thought that it would have gotten to where it's at now, even though y'all will tell me it was destined to be this, but I just don't believe it.
Like I said earlier, we just happy that happened to you. Good people. Stuff, good stuff happened to good people, brother. And special how you are, man, the type of person you are, man. So that's why we are so happy for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because
I gotta say it was super awesome. I seen Ryan's post, him getting stopped by, and you and Ryan, you guys have done a phenomenal job and grown, and I love the support between you guys, between shops. Same way with Sean, like it's all supportive. It's a good relationship between shops. And it can't be, that's something that can't be, said enough because that's what the world needs. The world needs more of that.
It doesn't happen usually. And that's only, and I really think that like for me, let's use Sean as an example there from Jack's RC. I was friends with him before I did this, if that's crazy. Because I met Joe, Jim, and Sean all at an event before I was doing this. I had a 10-2. Boy, listen, I met Rob and Panda at a Winter Series finale and Panda was actually my trail boss, and I did so bad that day. Oh my god, the truck was horrible, man. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I've actually met all of them before I started doing all this, which is cool. And then
It's
Sean,
awesome.
you know, like for my grand opening, Sean come up here and ran the whole raffle thing. He did
Yeah.
that entire thing. Like he just said, "What do you need me to do?" And you don't get that from another store owner.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of do. It depends on what you're doing, but
No.
you know, I'm so far away from everybody here that I can't be jealous of another. I mean, I'm jealous of some stores, but not jealous of the person. I'm jealous of the store, and
Yeah.
that's
Right.
all. It's not necessarily anything about a person specifically. Just I always want to grow. I want to do more. I want to, you know, my fiance we were driving by something, and I was talking about a building, about how much this building was and how big it was and how cool it'd be to have that big. She's like, "You're never satisfied, are you?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm never satisfied. I always want to do more. I never want to quit." It's kind of insane because you know, this building that I'm in now, it's a smaller building, yes, but I still got room to put more stuff places if I need to, and I'm working on that. But I mean, I can always dream of having something bigger, and I it's not going to be a dream; it's going to be a reality one day. I'm sure of it. So,
Amen to that, brother.
I just have to keep my head down and keep hustling because it's, you know, I can't stop.
That's it.
Some days I don't want to do this. I just want to go home and just sit down and do absolutely nothing. And like I don't have to some days because you know, working the amount of hours I work a week is kind of dumb, and somehow I'm still going. I don't understand.
Yeah. I
Something's
know
gonna
you're
give one of these days, and it's going to, and you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm not rushing it, so, but yeah.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. We love it. We love it, Cody, man. It is that time, guys. It is that time.
I talk way too much.
No, I love it. Hey, you make it easier for us, Cody.
Yeah, brother.
No, we love it, bro. We love it, man. Having a good time with good people. It just goes quick, man. So we are always grateful of you, Cody, what you have done for us and for the type of person like that you are, man. Always so grateful of you, man. Anything else you want to mention to tell the people what to expect, Cody, next year? And I guess we're gonna see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep. See me in probably about 2 weeks. Yes. No, 3 weeks. Oh, geez.
Cody, where are we?
I don't know. I ain't looked yet, Robert. I gotta look.
All right.
We're gonna be in Middleburg, so I'll look and see if I can find something.
All right.
I'm sure there's not much, but well, so far next year, just look for me for events. I'm gonna try and I think if Cotton ever says what he's gonna do in February, I'll be there for that, I suppose, if he does something. March we have Zombie Palooza, the first part of March.
Yeah.
April, I think there's East Coast Championships, like a scale comp or something at Cherokee. I think it's in April. I thought I read that. Maybe it's in May. No, it's in May. That's right. It's 2 weeks after Beat the Creek.
Okay.
I wanted to go, but I don't think I'll be able to do 2 weeks after Beat the Creek.
Back to back.
Did they announce the dates officially?
I think so. I thought that's what I read. Maybe it's not ECC. Maybe it's something else. But I know it's something, and it's like 2 weeks after Beat the Creek, which is, you know, it's not the fact that I can't do it. I know I can do it. It's I won't have parts.
Yeah.
beat the Creek, and sometimes stuff just doesn't get here that fast, and it'll be tough to stop for that event. I would like to go.
Any new events that you're planning to go next year?
I've thought about trying to do Axial Fest, but I don't. Man, their buy-in is ridiculous, so I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I don't
it's pretty hefty.
It's too much money. I don't know how they expect people to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll change next year. I don't know. I think everybody's complained about it, so maybe it'll change. I don't know.
Definitely suffered from it.
What now?
It's definitely suffered from it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, for somebody like me, to have to spend $2,000 plus another whatever it costs to get there, and plus stuff they want you to give away, which is a high number as well. It just ain't worth it. I just can't, especially when I got to drive 17 hours to get there. It's, towing a trailer to getting maybe 8 miles a gallon if I'm lucky. I don't really know of any new events. There's an event in June in Maryland. I saw something at some kind of farm. I don't remember what it was called.
Farm Fest.
Yes, I think that's the one that Jesse and Matt went this year.
Yeah, they said I don't know how many people come. I mean, I haven't reached out. I need to reach out and see like the amount of people that go, but because it's 17 and a half hours for me to get there from here.
Yeah,
so,
our guys said that we're gonna go back next year to that event. So
if that I mean, that sounds like it might be pretty good. How close is that to you, Nathan?
I don't even know which one that is. So, I mean, Maryland in general, it's probably not going to be more than 4 hours, 4.5, something like that.
That's great for you. So.
It doesn't really matter what part of Maryland it is for me.
Maryland ain't that big, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I've thought about that because I have nothing to do in June except go on a cruise. So it might not work. We're going the last weekend in June. We're going on family cruise. So
awesome, man.
There's nothing ever really I'm hoping next year we get on a schedule of having a race one Saturday night and then another Saturday night have a mini night in here with
nice.
And then eventually having, I like this idea of crawlers and caffeine, or the
crawlers and coffee.
Caffeine and crawlers or whatever. That sounds like a good idea. I don't know how well it would be perceived here, but I think people would show up to that. I would imagine. But the biggest thing is to try and get the racing program going every month, and then doing mini night again. I haven't done a mini night in a couple months because I wanted to give holidays. It's hard to get people together that because this isn't like a family thing, so it's hard to get people for that. But we now have. I got to show y'all this. We got we now have a mini sled, so we'll be able to.
Oh, nice.
That is cool.
So we'll be able to do mini pulling with the minis at mini night. I'm going to build a out in the back corner of the building. I'm going to build a spot with like a 2x4 area with packed dirt in it to be able to do minis. And I'm probably going to buy a 10 scale sled as well because everybody really wants that. And we can do sled pulling stuff. And everybody seems to be pretty hyped about it because they come in, everybody looks at that, and everybody's like, "You got a sled?" And it's you got to explain you can't use it. It's on the floor. It's been fun, but you got to have dirt. It's really got to be set up for that. And
I bet you'll
go ahead.
That sled, I bet you Sean would love it because you could use jars of pickles for your weights, and it would go all together perfectly for his minis that he loves and enjoys.
What I need is Isaac to build me a damn rollback, or not a rollback, a forklift.
Yeah.
So I can use a scale forklift to load weights in. And I would love to do that. I got to get with him. I know he's busy as crap. He's got so much going on, but
he's doing some killer stuff. So it is like it is. If anybody hasn't checked out Defender Customs, definitely check it out because he is knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, he's building some wild stuff. Actually, I've got a local guy that's reached out to him. He's going to build him a Dodge. He's a repo man, so he's got this Dodge single cab grabber, and he's supposed to build him one. Isaac's supposed to build him one at some point. It's gonna be really
sick.
It's gonna be neat. So other than that, hobby, really just trying to get this, just being more involved in the community here is my big goal. Right now it's already like that. I'm telling you, like Saturdays, there's people that just come here and just hang out. They just want to hang around. They'll talk to everybody. If I'm really busy, they'll go help talk to customers. Like there's just, it's becoming something that I never really thought would happen here. I mean, I have
That's
this
awesome.
community with you guys when I go places. It's that's something. I never really thought it would transfer to here
I
as
love
much as it has, and it's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
it. I love it.
I want
Well,
that to be the thing. So
those
Cody,
are
20
some.
more minutes and you're gonna beat Mike George's record.
This guy. That's a good one. That's a good
I'm
one.
allowed to. I'm allowed to. Yeah.
This dude. That's tough to do.
but that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm just trying to get the community vibe thing happening
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know, it's hard to do when I'm not here that much, but it's working. You know, I offer up as much as I can. I'm not, charging people to come play on the mini course or the outside course. If they want to come just drive on some rock, they can just come drive. I don't. I was to start with. I was going to charge to drive on the outside course, and that may happen when it gets as big as I envision it to be. But the inside will always be free. Just come in here and drive if you want to.
Have fun.
Because it's fun, and people ask questions and they want to drive something. I've got trucks for people to drive, and I just hand them off and let people drive and try things out and see if they like it.
Man. That's what I miss my local hobby shop. That we had one. It was like 10, 15 minutes from the house. So that was my daycare. My
Nice.
wife dropped
daycare.
me there. That was my daycare. Stay there, do the same thing, just talk to people and whatnot.
It's great. I love it. I love the fact that people just want to come here and hang out and just talk. And I never, like I say, I never would have thought it. But
that's awesome, bro.
I love it.
Good stuff, brother. So guys, we're gonna start saying our goodbyes here pretty soon. Nate, next week we don't have nobody. We don't know we're gonna have a show next week on the following next week, a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm pretty positive next week we're just planning on just. I believe that's only a couple of days from Christmas, if memory serves me right. So I don't think we are going to have a show that week, just for people traveling and family activities.
Yes, guys. Then right after that, the 30th, that is, man, we're gonna be in Jack. We're gonna be in Middleburg. So
yep. So it'll be quiet for the next couple weeks with shows. So this will essentially be our last one for
the year.
The new year. Yep.
Yes, definitely family, man. We are so grateful of the amazing. Well, I'll talk at the end. Maybe Rob. No, Rob is gonna be the last one. Make sure that I don't forget Rob, because Robert, let me see here. Dennis, go ahead, brother. I'm trying to be like Dennis today. Don't you see? Go ahead, Dennis. Hold on.
Stop
Go ahead,
that.
Dennis.
Thanks for the invite, Hobby. It's always a good time hanging out with you guys. Cody, it was good seeing you again.
You too.
Sorry I was in and out. Been talking with my wife. But yeah, make sure everybody hits that thumbs up on your way out, and have a safe and happy holidays. And we'll see you in
2
3
weeks. 2-3 weeks. Yes, brother. Thank you, Dennis. You guys, you, Josh, you and Joe, you guys came to the organization this year or last year? But this year's been full for you guys. Last year. To you guys, but this year was a full year for you guys with the organization, nonstop, whatnot. And Joe, you guys brought Joe, some amazing good people. So we are very, very, very grateful for you guys, man. With that, let's go, Josh.
Thanks for having me, and it's been a great year for having the first full year, and awesome Joe getting to join in with us.
Yes.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Without you, we couldn't do this stuff. Cody, awesome stories, man. I was really hoping you beat Mike's record, but Hobby cut you off. It's all right. So everybody hit the thumbs up on the way out. But
thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Joseph, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the invite. Thanks for everybody that joined us today. I started with Operation 11 Charlie last January, so this whole year. It's been a great year, so it's really cool to be on this last show for the year and spending time with you guys. I've gotten to know you guys over the last few months, and I'm grateful and thankful. So thank you. See you guys next year.
Thank you, my brother. Welcome to the family, Joseph. We are very, very grateful to have you within our ranks, my brother, and thank you for your service. Let me see. Bennett is here. It's behind the scenes, Bennett. Let me see here. Nathan, go ahead, Joe.
It's good to spend another evening with you guys, hanging out, listening to all the good stories, and being part of the family. So wish everybody a happy New Year and happy holidays, and see you next year.
Thank
And
you, my
see
brother.
some of you guys in a couple weeks.
A couple of weeks, man. That's awesome. Can't wait. Can't wait, bro. Make sure maybe you can bring the old man, put it in the back of the trunk or something. Some. Go
Well,
ahead, Nate.
we'll see.
Well, thank you all for being with us for another year. The we're definitely growing. We have our things to do and get better at, and that's normal. Thank you all. Every week you join the show, you watch, you follow along, you support, and the amazing people behind this. Every single one of the people on the panel and all the representatives out doing the work. Thank you guys. It's a special place, special people, and we're going to keep growing it. So, huge thing. Everyone have a super safe rest of this year and a great beginning to next year. And we will all grow with you next year. And you all take care. Be safe. See you then.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for what you do behind the scenes, nonstop, bro. Very grateful for that, brother. Bennett is no behind the scenes. Robert, go ahead. I don't want to see
You
Josh's
don't want to skip me?
expression. No, I want to see Josh's expression. Hey, you forgot
Oh,
Robert.
yeah. First, I'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat, week over week, but now I could say year over year. There's a lot of familiar names that have been here throughout this year and coming from last year. So again, I want to thank all of your support, following along, getting involved in our conversations. We really appreciate every one of you. My brothers that's in the panel, love you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
Thank
Happy
you, my brother.
Holidays. I mean, you guys, you're you are what Operation 11 Charlie is, and
Yeah,
all the challenges and all the positive things that we've done this last year. It's been amazing. All the good
yeah.
times, hanging
Hmm.
out, meeting new people. Joe, both Joes. Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna meet you in a couple of weeks face to face, shake that hand. And Joe, I
Yeah,
met you in Cali. Like that was great.
yeah,
It was amazing. This guy picked me up at the airport. And man, when we were like, we've known each other for years,
yes,
and
yes,
that's that positive,
yeah,
friendship, that we
yeah.
bring, the brotherhood that we bring to all of this. And for Cody, my that's my dinner buddy right there. Anytime we're at an event, like we're always, he's family. So he joins me and my family whenever, for food, just talking, hanging out, helping him unload the truck, whatever, he needs. And it's vice versa. And by the way, Amanda's sitting over here on the couch. She says hello. Uh,
Hello.
Hey,
oh,
Amanda.
so does Leo.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, Leo. My
So,
mac and cheese buddy.
so yes, I'm super stoked to see everybody in a couple weeks. Cody, I'm happy that I get to see you in a couple weeks. If
Same.
you're gonna be there, I
Yeah.
don't have to wait till Beat the Creek to see you again. So I always love those moments where I can see my family sooner than expected. So again, everything that you're doing for the hobby, keep it going. Thank you again for my very first set of performance axles. You did. You broke that ice. You got me into wanting to fully customize and build with that, and I didn't even know you. You were just a website that had it available, but now I got to meet the man and got to love the man behind the scenes and everything like that. So many events in the future, many years together with everybody here. God bless.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for being part of it. Make sure to no man left behind 10 extra large pizzas, extra cheese, bro.
I can't promise that, but
Okay.
I'll ask.
Casey, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Tony, Lanyards by Tony, thank you so much, bro, for the immense support and the stuff that Tony does behind the scenes for O11C, Tony. We're very, very grateful. Defender Custom said lots of love for Diixieland RC. Cody is a staple at shows and in the community. Hopefully I'll get to see him at some future events. That's Defender Custom Isaac.
I'll organize it.
Yes. Everybody went. I don't want to forget nobody. I know Bennett is here, but Bennett's working behind the scenes. Is Bennett is not. So again, guys, thank you so much for the immense support. We are very grateful at everything that we support from all our sponsors, from all our supporters, man. Everybody, all of you guys are involved in what O11C is all about, man. You are always with us when we take care of those veterans, not just those veterans, the family members, right? Those special moments that you guys are part of what make this happen. And while we have grown, especially the relationship with Operation 11 Charlie and the VA system, the VA hospital, and then the PTSD, PRRC program, all that stuff. Very, very grateful, man, for that. And I think that's it, guys. Next year will come stronger, more stuff, planning to expand, do more stuff, do more VA classes in different states. So that's the plan, and it's coming next year, man. Very grateful for all of that. Thank you so much, guys. I guess Merry Christmas for everybody, right?
Yep. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas,
Yes, we'll
everybody.
see you.
Merry
Be
Christmas.
safe, guys. People, be safe. And make sure I don't